Welcome back. It's me again. I know you've got some great plans, and I just can't wait to see how they come to life when you begin creating your prototype today. Just to refresh your memory, let's take another look at the engineering design process. There are 6 stages in the engineering design process, beginning with ask, imagine, plan, create, improve, and share. Do you remember what those arrows between each step represent? That's right. That means that the stages are iterative. So you can move back and forth between each step as you continue working on your solution. Today, we're going to focus on 3 stages: create, improve, and share. In the create stage, you'll be using recycled materials that you collected to create your prototype. It's also very important to test your prototype as you're building it. This will lead you to the improve stage. And in this stage, you'll be modifying or adjusting your prototype to make it even better. And finally, you're going to share your solution with a friend, family member, someone in the community, or maybe an expert in this field. Find your design plan, your materials, and let's get started. Before beginning to build your prototype, you must create a testing zone. Your testing zone should consist of an area where you can not only build your prototype, but also a place where you can test your prototype by stimulating a storm surge. Remember, our goal is to protect our home from an upcoming storm surge, which is a large, fast-moving tidal wave. You'll want to test your prototype several times throughout the create and improve stages with water. That means your testing zone should be able to either withstand water or hold water. I'm going to use this plastic tub as my testing zone. If you have one of these at your home, feel free to grab it. If you don't have one, you might choose to use a food storage container, a large pot, or maybe even a shoebox without holes. Just be sure that you ask permission from an adult first. Once you've created or found your testing zone, you might choose to create a house or even a whole neighborhood on one side of the container. This will represent the waterside home that we're working to protect. You can use any recycled materials to do this. Something like a cardboard box, craft sticks, Legos, or really anything you can find would work. After you've created a house, you can begin working on your levee or seawall prototype. Again, you're using recycled materials that you can find around your home. Some things you might use would include clay, Play-Doh, soil, tree branches, or even rocks. The options are endless. Let's take a closer look at my testing zone, and maybe that will give you some ideas. If you look closely, you'll notice that I used a clear plastic tub as my testing zone. In my testing zone, on one side, I built a house. The house is made out of craft sticks and tape. I even drew a door and windows on my house so that it looks like a real home. I placed my house on one side of the clear plastic tub so that I could build my levee or seawall in the middle. This will help to protect my home from the storm surge. To test your prototype during the create and improve stages, you're going to use a bottle of water and a ramp. Let's make our ramp together. Today, I'm going to use a piece of cardboard and clear plastic wrap. The first thing we need to do is cut or tear the cardboard so that it is about 12 inches long and 6 inches wide. You might need an adult's help to cut or tear the cardboard. The next thing you'll want to do is wrap the cardboard in a waterproof material. I'm going to use clear plastic wrap, but you can also use foil, a plastic grocery bag, or a plastic tablecloth. After you have your ramp built, you should hold the ramp on the opposite side of your home in the testing zone. This will allow your prototype, which is your levee or your seawall, to be between your house and where you're pouring the water. You're going to pour the water from the bottle so that it goes down the ramp. At first, you may slowly release a small amount of water. And if your prototype is successful, release more water. Or maybe release the same amount of water, but make it move faster. Here you'll see a quick time lapse of how I cut the ramp. Be sure to ask for an adult's help to cut the cardboard. If at first your prototype is not successful, that's okay. Look for ways to improve it. Analyze your prototype closely and try to find the problem. You might have to return to the imagine or plan stages at this time. After you've improved your prototype, try it again. See if your improvements were successful. You're going to continue moving back and forth between the imagine, plan, create, and improve stages as you work. When you are ready, or maybe if you're feeling stuck, share your prototype with someone. You can share it with a friend, a family member, or maybe even an engineer. Describe your prototype in detail and show them how it works. Ask them for some specific feedback on your design. Feedback is helpful information or criticism that is given to you to help you improve something. Feedback is key to improvement. You might even choose to write down this feedback so that you can return to it as you continue working on your prototype. Well, are you ready to begin creating your prototype? I know that I am. Let's recap. You're going to use recycled materials from around your house to create your levee or seawall. Be sure that you test your prototype as you're building it and when you think you're finished. If your prototype is not successful in holding back the storm surge, look for ways to improve it. If your prototype is successful on the first try, what can you do to make it better? What if a larger storm surge comes? Maybe you're feeling stuck and you're having trouble finding ways to improve. If that is the case, share it with a friend or a family member. Ask them for some feedback. Specific feedback is what helps us to improve. I just know that your prototypes are going to be amazing. Continue your hard work as you engineer your solution. See you next time.